Welcome to the Wasted Time Podcast. I am your host, Kevin, and I'm here once again with the voice of the generation, Shauna. Shauna, how's it going?
I just spilled beer all over myself. How are you?
Speaking of, wait, before we talk about how I am, what beer are you drinking today?
I'm drinking Terrapin, I think it's pronounced, and it is for recreation, like biking and camping and paddling and sitting on your bed in sweatpants, which is what I'm doing.
Huh. Terrapin, who makes that?
I don't know, some beer company.
Okay, yeah, there we go. Thank you to some beer company. I am drinking a Sapporo over here.
What is that? That sounds
It's like it's a Asian beer. Something.
I think we drank that at the karaoke place.
It's a nice Asian beer that I like. I don't really know, but it's good.
Really bad at being spokespeople.
Well, if they paid us, we would be better.
True.
But they don't.
If you want,
don't.
If you want the actual ingredients and all the good it does for the environment based on this can, what's telling me, then pay me.
Drink Terrapin because yada yada yada.
Because they don't put their plastic into turtle bodies.
There you go. That's a good reason to drink Terrapin.
Turtles are dope. Don't kill them on purpose.
Turtles are dope, I think.
They really are.
And they live for a very long time.
I care less about that and more about that they're most of the time very giant. Oh, You know what's really strange is recently I've followed this Instagram account and I don't even know who it is anymore, but every day this one person posts the same message and it says, this is your daily reminder that turtles aren't in their shells, turtles are their shells. And they remind me and everyone who they follow every day.
Wait. So let me get this straight. Turtles' shells are you're right, that's part of their body. They can't leave them.
Yeah.
They're not closed.
They're not you can't just pull them out of their shell and they're just a bunch of jello looking body. Which is honestly kind of what I thought when I was younger, because they show it like that on all the cartoons. Yeah,
I mean, I think I'm 32 years old thinking about this for the first time, and it makes sense. It's correct. It's not close.
It's great to know once. It's not great to see every single day. This person has.
Well, you know why they do it? They do it every day, so that way when they get their new followers like myself.
That
I see it for the first time. Yeah.
True. I guess I could just unfollow them if I don't want this daily reminder. That's just Instagram news, though. Also, can you trust anything on the internet, though? No.
Is there an Instagram news page?
There probably is, but I don't follow it.
Neither do I.
What? Go ahead. Sorry.
No, I said neither do I. I wouldn't follow it either.
I get enough news from Facebook, it's like someone shouting angrily about the news at you. People. I sometimes look at the news on my phone, and I think I've mentioned this before that I think they think I'm stupid because based on what they suggest for news to me, it's always like, this reality TV star has this opinion. I'm like, what do you think of me? I don't want to know that.
Well, reality TV news, Stars News is the news that's important to our generation, though. I
don't think so. I am a closet reality. Well, everyone knows now, but I don't like to advertise that I like reality TV. I know you're a huge fan of all things reality.
All the shows. I love all the shows.
You're like the target demographic. Someone who will watch anything about any reality TV.
So in terms of reality TV, I only like mainly competition reality shows.
Me too.
You're not going to see me watching the Kardashians or some crap like that.
I watched one episode of that show.
Though, I watched very recently, I watched the marathon of Very Cavallari.
Oh, just because she's pretty?
Because Kristen Cavallari's pretty and Jay Cutler was funny.
R.I.P. to that marriage.
There's a lot of drama going on with them. But
really care.
Hopefully it's just on the newest season of Very Cavallari.
You can catch up with them next week on the next season of the 57 episode show.
season of Baby Cavallari.
I watched the OC, or is that no, that's a shitty other show. That's not reality. What's that show? Laguna Beach? What is that called?
Uh
Is that what it's
huh.
called?
Laguna Beach, the real OC. Yeah.
I watched that when I was a teenager, and I just
Mm-hmm.
thought, I can't wait to experience high school in the same way, but I was not rich, so it didn't work out the same way. We didn't have many parties, themed parties in mansions. In fact, it was just drank by a dirt pile in the woods.
So similar, but
But
for
way
poor
poor.
people.
Yeah, poor people were like, set that trash can on fire. And it's the same thing as when Elsie went to the black and white dress party. Except for the white is the wrappers of like burgers, and the black is the trash cans. It's the same thing. We're dressed
I
up.
once knew a girl that went to that school, not the trash school that you went to, but the Laguna Beach school.
Oh,
Yeah, the trash school.
She can attest that it is not real, that show, then.
Correct. So she said that they would film at school like 2 days a week. And those kids were actually at the school and in classes.
That's so
but for 2 days a week, they like were quote unquote working.
Oh.
And they filmed at school.
All they did was go to restaurants and sit outside on patios and talk. That's the whole.
That was like the hills,
show.
like down the road. That was like the hills down the road, but like
I don't know what that
when
means.
they were in the class though, like when they were like still in high school, like the last seasons or whatever, they would be like, Steven, blah blah blah, is dating Kristen, and LC is upset. Though I did love me some Lo.
Oh, me too. She was like that friend who just constantly kept people in check. You need that friend who's basically not gonna let you be, getting into the bullshit.
Right.
She's gonna tell it like it is.
I like when I have watched those trash reality shows, I seem to always become fans of ancillary characters over the main character.
The pressure to be someone else is probably not as in their everyday routine. They don't have producers who give a shit about them, so they can just be whoever. I'm sure LC, they were like, don't be this and don't be that, and also you're supposed to be the sweet virgin ? Or at least we're presenting you as a sweet virgin. So she can always stick to that and wear her little headbands and polka dots. Whereas Kristen was like, let's dump everything out. I'm the risque one.
When Kristen comes in, that always gets the dick.
Yeah, that hot primo skinny 18-year-old boy dick. Ew! Imagine just isolating that sound bite. I'd be done. Although I did say 18, so they're legal. So
they're legal.
Legally, I'm cool. Nice.
It's funny, man, because recently I've been watching, because my girlfriend Allison loves to watch this Families of the Mafia show, which is on MTV.
It's on MTV.
Yeah. So it was okay. So there was a show called Made in Staten Island. The show was pretty trash. After like 3 episodes, it was canceled, and then they revamped it and re-released it this year recently, and renamed it as Families of the Mafia, because originally it was 3 kids.
Staten Island was the original.
Yeah, it was Made in Staten Island. Yeah. And so, like, looking at the Wikipedia page, it says the show was created after Made in Staten Island shut down due to a public scrutiny. Due to the show's background, followed 8 young adults living in Staten Island trying to avoid the influence of the local organized crime. In March 2020, MTV announced that it did continue to work with the cast of Made in Staten Island, but had decided to take a different focus and shift more to showing their families in full. So instead of just being the kids, it's now about the families, and I think it's a better show for it, because the other one was pretty. I watched like half of one episode, wasn't interested, but on this show, there's a background character. Her name is Denny, and she's hilarious. She's like the realest bitch.
It sounds so boring to me still, though. don't
Yeah, that's
care
fair.
about a lot of shows. I mean, I'm really not a TV person, and I feel as though people who say that, everyone thinks that I'm a pretentious idiot who's like, oh, just like read books, but that's not it.
Just read books, man.
That's just like, it's just not enough for my intellectual soul.
I'm
But
too
that's not.
smart. I'm too
Yeah,
smart.
through this marketing ploy, and that's not it. I just don't like a lot of shows. I try.
Right.
Ooh, I started watching Atlanta. It's very, very, ooh, it's
So good,
heavy.
right?
It's so I only
Heavy.
saw 2 episodes. I saw a lot of, I mean, I only saw 2 episodes, but I instantly recognized this show I'm going to pay attention to. I cannot put this on, do dishes, and do whatever. I have to
Right, you gotta watch it.
There's a
Gotta
lot of
watch
shows I
it.
put on for background noise. That's not this show.
Mm-mm.
It's really good. It's very different, which I like. I'm sick of same old cliche bullshit, and this is not that. So
Through 2 episodes, do you see what I was saying last week when I was like Dave in Atlanta and like Master of None? All same type of feel.
I feel like Atlanta's a little bit more serious than the other ones.
Right. But like
yeah,
it's like a different person's story.
They give you I haven't seen really anyone else's but Ern's so far.
No, that's what I mean. But like with him, like different person, as in like Dave, you're seeing like a different kind of guy.
Side of what we usually see, because when Dave came out, you thought it was going to be just watch me rap and be cool and be funny, and I'm talking about my penis always, and then it was actually way deeper than that. With this, it's like watch me do like rap marketing, but also I'm actually struggling in life, and it's society.
Yeah.
Society hates me because of all these terrible things that society
right.
Oh, society sucks. I think that
sucks.
It really does. That's really depressing.
Well, the news doesn't help.
No, the news does not help. The news makes it worse. But
everything that's trash.
Everything is miserable. This week feels terrible.
But, yeah, how was your week?
It all went today. We'll just focus on today because I don't remember anything else about the week. Really, the days are starting to blur. I have a very different take on every day. One day I'm cool. Next day I'm not. Today I just wrote a paper all day about rich people fucking doing rich people shit, and I hate
riding jet skis, buying Lambos.
Yeah, I wrote a whole paper about jet skis. You're correct. No, I'm writing a whole paper on the University of Southern California bribery scandal.
Okay, Lori Loughlin in the house.
Yeah, oh my god. I love that she's involved, first of all. That's just funny. Because Aunt Becky, what the fuck? What the fuck?
So, I want to know, did Aunt Becky think about doing this for Alex and,
no.
What's the other twin's name?
Who cares? Those kids with those mop heads. Those mop haircuts. That's such a 90s thing. I hated Full House. I hate Full House.
What? Hot take. That's the hottest of takes.
It's so fucking annoying. First of all, 3 men living in a house. Fine, I'll buy it. I get it. Alternative family, but 90s style, where none of them has a drinking problem. Doesn't sound realistic, but I'll buy it. But Bob Saget is a horrible man. He's just terrible in real life. And to have him ask for hugs from teenage girls on screen it makes me feel weird. I don't like it. Even though they're his TV daughters, I feel as though real life Bob Saget's like, come here, 12-year-old girl.
But that's the thing, though, right? Because I didn't know Bob Saget was like a dirty comedian until way later.
Yeah, the internet really exposes people, huh?
Really shows you who they are.
Yeah, you cannot hide from yourself. That's the lesson to take away from technology. NSA is always watching, and so is Twitter. I don't like that show because all of the problems are so dumb. They're always solved in 20 seconds. And I don't believe that families are that nice. They're just not.
Some families are, just yours wasn't.
No. Just you're a parent. Did your mom hug you? Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
That's bullshit. I don't believe you.
I talked to my mother yesterday.
Wow, Wow. Sorry, people who don't have mothers. Kevin does though, and he wants you to know it.
I mean, I had to apologize for bringing dishonor on my family yesterday,
What did you
but
do?
well, I competed in this online flip cup tournament,
Oh yeah.
and we
Ah,
made it to the finals.
congrats.
And
Big day for you.
a big day for me. I was the nerves got to me, and as the five flipper, the last flipper, I fucked up twice, and we lost.
Ugh.
And it was very embarrassing. So I had to call my mother. First off, I had to explain what flip cup was.
Yeah.
Then I told her that I brought dishonor on the family and the family name for sucking.
The Gilreath name is
The
now
Gilreath
sunken.
name is tarnished. And then
Damn.
she said she expected better from me after I explained what flip cup was. She didn't know what it was. Then she told me she expected better from me. And I let the family down.
She's gonna be really embarrassed. And she said she wasn't sure if she ever wants to talk to you again, but she'll think about it.
She'll consider it. She will get in contact with me.
And then she sent a picture of all your childhood pictures in a pile outside burning.
Burning, set them on fire. This is no son of mine.
And the fire says not my son. I mean, she's not overreacting. She's well within her rights.
Were you getting a live look at my mother's home? Is that what you?
Yeah, I actually have a live feed to your house at all times. It's super normal. Don't read into it. And
don't
not
worry
your
about
house that you live in. Your mom's.
My mother's house.
She's like, totally know your mom. Totally met her. And your dad. Just kidding. I only know that you have a brother. Because you told me about
I do
your
have
movie
a brother.
pass. That's all I know.
Yeah. The movie pass thing, yeah. That's what he got me for Christmas. That was when Movie Pass was still a company.
Your brother paid $10 a month for you to go to sleep in public.
Yeah, I mean, it was a good pickup for him. You know, it was a good purchase.
Movie Pass was the best thing that's ever happened to anybody.
It sucks that it's gone
because it made sense. I was like, this can't last because why is this the business model? I saved money instantly. I went to the movies one time and it was $10 a month, but the ticket was $12. So I instantly saved $2, and then I went to movies every day, basically in 2017. It made no sense. It was awesome though. R.I.P. Sorry that you're dead, but
I had the AMC Stubs. I had the AMC Stubs card thing. It's dope too.
Wait, you have that now?
Mm-hmm.
Now, even though movie theaters are not real anymore,
so they're not charging me at the moment, which is dope.
That's cool. My gym is not charging me either, which is
my gym's not charging me. Disneyland is not charging me for my annual pass either, which is a good move.
Disneyland's probably going to be gone for a while.
I hope not.
I think it won't. I don't think it will be up until fall.
Okay, fall is fine.
Maybe late.
They're not charging me for my annual pass at the moment, so that's fine.
I don't have an annual pass to anything. I've never been to Disneyland or World.
That's a shocker to me.
I don't like theme parks. Sorry.
Newest hot take. Why don't you like theme parks?
It's not a hot take. Okay, one. Really, 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 really crowded. I hate people. I was the original social distancing.
I've been social distancing since 98.
Yeah, basically, as soon as I realized that large crowds of people, everyone's an asshole, I was like, stay the fuck away from me. 6 feet at all times, motherfuckers. I like kids one-on-one, but in a group, it's so awful. And I don't like other people's kids. If your kid sneezes on me, it's not cute. Fucking ground it or something. And then I also think everything's really expensive. And I also get really motion sick on all the rides. So that's a big part of it.
That's a big part of it then. Yeah, if you get motion sick, then it wouldn't be as fun.
I puked on what are those things with the horses? A carousel?
A merry-go-round? Carousel?
Yeah, I puked on that. And that's not even intense. So I get really sick.
Is it a carousel, or a carousel is only at like parks?
I don't know. It's I'm thinking of fairs.
Like the things with like a horse and then like it goes up and down
at 5 miles per hour. But after eating a bunch of meats on sticks, the last thing I want to do is be spun in circles.
When was the last time you went to a fair?
I don't know. 10 years? Oh, I got drunk at one when I was 23.
Okay.
In public.
So like that was like 6 years ago? 5,
Hell
6
of a
years
month.
ago.
Ew, I'm almost 29. My birthday's in 2 weeks from today.
Yeah.
Or yesterday. So buy me stuff is what the message is. I want gifts. I want gifts.
Just Venmo me at.
Yeah, Venmo me. Instead of me having to supply a foot picture for money, I just want money this time for nothing in exchange. I'm sick of prepping my feet with lotion for you people.
Real talk. A friend of mine, it was her birthday about 2 weeks ago, and she had posted her Cash App and her Venmo multiple times
That's
on her
awesome.
Snapchat story. And then I I messaged back, what does someone get for sending you money on Snapchat or Venmo?
Mail.
Well, she's like, it's my birthday, so it's just a birthday gift. Of course, you get nothing. I said, look, anytime I've seen a girl post pictures and then write their Venmo, they looking to offer some stuff. You know what I'm saying?
It's not a bad plan. It's not a bad plan, though. And also, okay, but I'm one of those people that have a very boomer approach to birthdays, which is if you're under 21, you're not getting shit from your friends. Like, fuck off. I'm not buying all my friends' birthday presents. You're lucky if I say happy birthday on your motherfucking Facebook wall.
See, I go the approach of at least sending you a message being like, happy birthday, bitch. And then like,
depends on the level of friendship, though. I think I messaged you weeks later because I was mad at you, and I said, I'm messaging you weeks later to say happy birthday to show that I don't care enough about you right now to say happy birthday on your actual birthday. But I did remember it.
Yeah. You did text me a while after.
Why was I mad at
I don't know.
Oh, that was last year, wasn't it? Because you went to New Orleans and said, haha, didn't tell you.
Yeah. Didn't tell you. I should have told you. Told you this year, though. You came through. Cool. You stayed in that room. It was trash.
For you. I'm the ultimate friend.
We're talking. I mean, we're talking about going back again this year.
Are you? I'm actually thinking of going to Vegas.
Super preliminary talks, though.
Yeah. I'm thinking about coming in the late summer because I won't go to the casinos. I'll just go hang out with my lovely older friends. My demographic of friends in Vegas is all older men. It's super weird. I mean, you're the youngest friend of my male friends.
Yeah, you definitely am.
My oldest is 78. That's not a joke. I talk to a 78-year-old man from Vegas every week, and he doesn't pay me for it. He's basically my weird adopted grandpa. And then the next, so I have a friend in every demographic. So I have a boomer friend, I have a Gen X friend in Timothy. And then Wes, I feel like, is old too. I don't know.
Wes is like 40 something. He's a Gen X friend as well.
Yeah, and then
Damon's also a Gen X friend.
Yes, he's more like a frenemy. It's like I like spending time with him, but I never relax around him. Guard goes up.
You can't lower that guard.
No, because then he'll get me. He'll get me somehow in some argument. If I let my guard down, he'll say something, and then I don't know. We're always we're friends with like 2 fists up.
Can't be caught slipping.
Yeah, it's true. But weirdly, I kind of respond to that friendship. It's weird. I enjoy that type of friendship. I like combative things. I don't know. But yeah, I mean, like, I don't know. I don't know anyone my age, really, like my age or younger from kickball that I'm friends with still. I mean, there's, of course, people that existed, but I guess old dudes just like me because I am an old dude, personality-wise.
You pretty much are.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, but whatever.
Yeah. What can you do, though,
I mean, Jameson responds well to it, so I don't care. Uh-oh. Lost my beer. I gotta get another one.
Are you drinking the same beer or a different beer?
Yeah, I'm drinking the same. Jameson bought a bunch, so I'm just gonna drain them and call it a day.
Makes sense.
Yep. So last night we watched one of the worst movies I've seen in a long time, and word on the street, aka from you, is that you also watched said movie.
The
Mist.
Mist.
It was horrendous because, first of all, the acting in it was maybe the worst acting I've ever seen since I went to see James and the Giant Peach live at a high school this year. That was a real thing I did, and I regret. And it was also the camera work where they zoomed in on people's faces and out, and it seemed like an episode of The Office, but it did not fit. It was the worst. I don't know why people think that by yelling really loud that conveys sadness. That just conveys that you don't know how to be sad on camera.
It was a very interesting film.
Don't call it a
from what I remember.
That's
isn't that what it is?
Insulting to real films. If this was a student film, I'd say, good job. But since it had $18 million to back it, I say, how dare you? It was, so aliens take over. Aliens.
Yeah.
That's what's happening in real life, right? There's real life aliens.
There are. So okay, so we're going to get back to the aliens in a minute. Let's finish talking about the Mist.
Let's finish. Okay, so I saw it on a list of 100 dope movies to watch that have a crazy twist ending. Mm-hmm. And I'll give it that. I guess it has a twist ending. It has a really pretty miserable ending. And I'm going to ruin it because no one cares. But they go through all of this. First of all, it's only 2 days. If you look at the timeline of this tragic alien invasion, it lasts 2 days. And 14 hours into it, there's a religious cult that has formed in a grocery store already. It's so fast. You think it maybe months into it that would happen. Nope.
You know that their bunker, they're like, it's time. Let's go.
2 days into the quarantine, I was like, I'm sacrificing Jameson. Sorry. I stabbed him and I put a cross across his chest and he's gone. Like, bro, wait a minute.
It's too late for him.
I sacrificed him to Corona. It's like, now wait a minute. It's only just started. You have no idea what's gonna happen. And also they're like, we gotta get out of here for supplies. Like, you're in a fucking grocery store. There's so much food. Yes. There's grills there. They're literally grilling meals. What do you need?
Those are all the supplies.
Someone was like, we need to go next door to the pharmacy because my kid wants a comic book. I'm like, prioritize, you fucking idiot. Entertain your kid by talking to it. I know it's hard and their iPhones weren't real back then, but fucking talk to your kid. Whew, I'm getting angry. This movie's so bad. So anyways, religious cults, day 1. And day 2, spiders in humans. It was nasty. They made a spider nest inside a human. Character was... We didn't know anything about the characters at all. They just came and went. And 75 minutes into the movie, some guy was like, hey, I've been here the whole time, and I have a say. I'm like, who is this guy? I don't know who this is. And then they go to a car, and I don't know what I'm saying anymore, but the ending is they drive to nowhere, and he
I remember that.
He has a son with him. The main guy, who is so bad at acting, he's so fucking bad. It makes me really upset. He drives his car to nowhere and he goes, okay, well, it's 2 days in. If we can't endure anymore, then we're just gonna shoot my son. So he shoots his fucking kid in the head. Well, mind you, I'm gonna keep repeating 2 days into it. It's not years. He kills his kid so quickly. And then about a minute later, the National Guard clears the mist, and he's like, no, my kid.
He kills them all. He kills everybody.
Yeah, he kills 2 old people who and no one even discusses that part. They're like, they look at a gun, they look at each other, they nod. Like, yo, get a verbal consent before you shoot them in the fucking face. What if they're nodding about something else? And then he just shoots them.
It was pretty. I remember the ending because I was like, wait, so he shoots everybody and then the military shows up.
A second leader. And it's just...
And they close the thing and then everything's good to go.
They're putting fire on the mist as if that is going to solve it. Although there was multiple places in the movie where they were using fire and nothing. It makes no sense. Stephen King books make no sense, and yet I still get dragged into them every time. I try to read his books all the time, and I do. And every time I'm disappointed.
I'm going to spoil the end of the movie specifically. I just pulled up the Wikipedia page.
Did.
It says, driving through the mist, they find the home destroyed and Stephanie dead, devastated.
That's not even a big point.
He drives south.
It should be.
Passing destroyed vehicles and a gigantic 6-legged tentacled beast. Running out of gas hours later, the group, except for Billy, who was too young to understand, consent to being euthanized. David, rather than endure horrifying deaths from the creatures, David kills them with the 4 remaining bullets and leaves the car to be taken by the creatures himself. The myth suddenly recedes, revealing that the U.S. Army has arrived, managed to close the portal, and are in the process of exterminating the creatures and restoring order.
Pretty cool.
Seeing that the Army has rescued numerous survivors, including the woman who first left the store unscathed with her 2 children, David realizes that his group, which had been driving away from help the entire time, was only moments from being rescued, and their deaths were for nothing.
Is that synopsis does a much better job describing what's happening than the movie.
Explain what happened.
I mean, I remember seeing that girl in the beginning who you said was rescued and had her kids and like was, you know, fine. But when it was just, I just fucking hate this movie. I just hate movies. If you're gonna be a bad movie, fine. I love bad movies. Just lean into it more. If you're really bad but don't know it, it's not funny. I wanted it to be worse. Have you ever seen the movie Rad or the movie Geo Storm? Those movies are bad, but they're funny as fuck.
No, I have not.
You gotta see Geo Storm. It's really funny. They're like, what if every weather happened at once? Ah! It's like, okay. Scary. And then Gerard Butler's in charge, but he has so much relationship issues with his brother he has to work out first. It's like, I don't care about that. Fix the fucking earth. And then also The Meg. Really funny. That's a really funny movie.
Up. The Meg?
The Meg? No, I don't. Yeah, that's a really good movie. In a funny way, because Jason Statham, of course, quit the deep sea diving game, as they all do, because he's seen too many things, as they all do. And then, something happens, and this team comes back and says, will you come back and do deep sea dive? And he goes, no. And they're like, but please. And he's like, all right, I'm back in the game. And he goes, he goes down, and I don't know, everyone who works on this submarine, whatever, has no idea about oceans or sharks. But they're like the top scientists in the field. And of course, the hacker girl has greasy hair. And it's just so stupid. She's like, I'm too busy hacking to shower. It's just so stupid. But it's funny. And
Rainn Wilson's great.
Wilson's in it. And that's fun.
Most things he's in is great.
He's the guy who I think he knew it was bad. He went into it being basically like the Elon Musk funding it kind of person, and then he was inexplicably evil later. It just doesn't do a very good job, but it's really fun, and I enjoyed watching it. I saw it twice in theaters, again because MoviePass. Paying a lot of respects today.
In the Myth movie, there was aliens. Did you see the story recently about the UFOs being released?
I saw a meme that said, I don't know what, you know when you see tweets that are presented as memes, do I call them tweets or do I call them memes? Boomer question of the hour. I don't either. I'm old now. I need a Gen Z here to help us.
Bring in the youth. Bring in the youth.
I'm starting to see that I'm old. So when we hung up last week, my friend texted me and said, do you want to Zoom? And I feel like that alone is very old. It's really old with it. Like, yeah, I'm Zooming right now. Sorry, I got to Zoom. And I didn't know for 10, 15, 20 minutes, maybe an hour, I don't know. I could not figure out how to set up the Zoom. And it was getting really frustrating. And I had to call Jameson, who literally is in just 2 rooms away. I called him on the phone and said, my Zoom's not working.
Isn't Jameson older than you? Okay.
By like 6 months. But he says I'm too old for him. And he says in later years, I'm not. He says I've expired. He's a real gentleman.
He's got to trade you in for a younger model.
He says that no less than once a day. He goes, ew, I'm almost dating someone my own age. As if the very thought alone makes his dick shrivel.
I
Like, I didn't sign up to marry a bald man.
I saw recently on Instagram, your Instagram, you were filming Jameson using his VR. Does he know?
I only film him doing VR. He films me, though. Sometimes he does. He films me back, and he always films from the worst angles. And I'm like, listen, I don't care if you film me, but film me from the top, like film me higher up.
When
so
you
no
were
one can see my double chin.
When you were filming him, and he was like, I guess, what was he doing? He was. It was yesterday. He was.
Yesterday, I filmed him. Oh. So what we always play? So I only play Beat Saber and Job Simulator because I'm afraid to venture too far into the dark world of VR. And I was playing Job Simulator, the office one, and I was destroying the office because I think it's more fun to cause chaos than to actually play the game.
Yeah.
And so I poured trash everywhere, and I threw coffee mugs everywhere. And he went to VR land.
You're like, don't pick up my trash. Don't pick up my trash.
Yeah. Because I was eating trash donuts, and he was putting them back. Because if you eat trash or poison in those games, you get to puke a lot, and everyone looks at you weird. And I love the power of vomit.
Are you guys both on VR at the same time, or?
So if you... No. Sometimes we can play it on. So he hooks it up to the TV, and we can see it through what they're seeing. But when you're in VR land, no one can hear you scream. You're alone. I don't like it. I genuinely feel weird about it. Like, so when my dog, we were playing VR yesterday, and we're both so wrapped up in this alternate reality that my dog ate 6 sausages off, like uncooked sausages off our countertop, including the plastic it came in. And so she's eating fucking trash while we're not even paying. Oh, that bitch. Jameson had a real hard time with that. He's never experienced hard times, as I've mentioned, so this is one of the hardest things he's ever endured.
So your dog just ate these random sausages that you guys just left out.
Yeah, we went to the grocery store, and when I say we, I mean I sat in the car while Jameson ventured in, because
why don't you go inside?
Grocery stores.
You're not trying to. You're afraid of the virus, but you still want to leave him.
No, I'm not afraid of the virus as much as I'm afraid of the attitudes of the people inside the store, because I think this is uniformly everywhere, maybe more so down here, that there's a half of the people are so, I don't believe the virus
I don't
real,
think that's
so
most people. I think that is on purpose. That's you. That's you, Southern folk.
That's the South. That's not a Southern folk. Don't you ever fucking say that to me again. Don't you ever insult me like that again. So there's those people who bring guns, and they're like, I don't care if you're a liberal, I'll shoot your goddamn gluten-free pancakes or whatever. And then on the other side, there's the people who are so scared, and they're sanitizing their entire body and shaving their hair so the virus can't live on them. And they're in hazmat suits, and I'm somewhere right in the middle, and I don't like it. I feel like they want you to choose. They're like, either you're terrified of the virus and you live as a bubble boy, or you don't believe in it. I'm like, what about the people who believe in it, but
they're called liberals? They're called liberals.
Their whole fucking life. Yeah, liberals are the enemy. At least my grandpa with Alzheimer's says that. No, I'm just kidding. I don't have grandpas. I'm kidding. They all dead.
So you brought the sausages back from the store.
Oh,
what are special sausages?
Which is code for sex. No, it's just spinach and feta sausages. I'm a real Greek food fan.
Is it the best food?
The best food. Fight me. I'm not wrong.
Okay, I like.
Yes. All in.
Well, okay, so Greek grapes. Food. I really like baklava. Delicious. Yeah.
Is that Greek? See, that's my Greek food is limited to feta cheese, hummus, bread, and oils.
Are like gyros Greek? I think they're Greek. Because I like Greek food because I eat a lot of lamb, and I think lamb is just like delicious.
I think lamb makes you sound really cool.
Lamb.
You're like, I eat lamb.
It's so good.
They're just babies.
It's so good. Like, give me like a field of lambs. I'm gonna kill them all, and I'm gonna eat them. I'm gonna slaughter all of them. Get your sheep out of my face, man. Get that mutton out of here. Give me the lambs when they babies. I'm gonna eat them all. It's delicious.
They're just like a bunch of meat under a bunch of cotton. They're only for our own. I feel like they're made only for human use.
But JK, but no, for real though. For real though.
Animals have their own thing. Okay, I have this really hard time accepting that I like meat because I understand that not eating certain meat is good for the environment, but I like me some meat. I eat fake beef now. And I feel way above
you fools,
real beef. You idiots,
wasting your time eating beef,
dumbasses. But sometimes I eat. But before I go too deep into that, I did go to Whataburger 2 days ago. So never mind.
So Whataburger
sometimes
versus In-N-Out. Who you got?
So good.
Right.
Way better, but I don't have that option. In-N-Out is better in all ways. In like societally ways, they pay people really well. They have an exemplary like business model.
Trash fries.
In-N-Out. Their fries are shit.
Shakes are good though.
And God help them. Yeah, terrible fries. Shakes are good. The first thing we did when we landed in Vegas and for that wedding that we went to in October. That wedding that you're a part of, that you were there. You were. They kept saying your name wrong.
Right? Yeah.
Or they pronounced Adam's name wrong.
Beans. The brines. And I had to go like correct them. And I had to go correct it.
Brine. Yeah. Adam Brine. Yeah, we're like, oh, it's not important because he's only the one.
Correct. Had the brine wedding. And it was like that. There's no R, bro. No R.
Oh, boy. You had one job, guy. We hired off Craigslist. Come on. Yeah. The first thing we did when we landed for that wedding was go to In-N-Out, and it was midnight on a Wednesday. And they were open because God bless Vegas.
So In-N-Out is over Whataburger. There's so many people that tell me that Whataburger's better. They are from Texas usually.
They're from Texas if they say that. That's just the rule of thumb. I know. Isn't that weird? Texas people love Whataburger. And they call it Whataburger. And I'm like, ew, wad. A burger? I don't want a wad of burger.
I personally am just a big In-N-Out guy.
I like In-N-Out way better than any fast food chain. I consider it high art. Five Guys is good too, but it's not the same.
Okay, so Marry Fucker Kill. In-N-Out.
I don't know. I mean,
Whataburger.
Oh, this is the best.
Five Guys. Go.
Okay. I'm gonna kill Whataburger. That's really easy. Five Guys, I'm going to fuck because I'm assuming it's a one and done deal.
You're marrying some In-N-Out.
I can leave it behind.
You mean In-N-Out?
I'm gonna marry Whataburger so I can get
so you're gonna marry In-N-Out
of that all
you're
the
marrying
time.
In-N-Out. You're fucking Five Guys.
Yeah.
Then
I'm
killing...
fucking a cheeseburger in this scenario.
Five Guys
because I assume you mean 5 human being men, and I want to have sex. I've always wanted a fivesome. I have 1, 2, 3, 4. How many holes can 5 Guys
their
fit
penises in?
1, 2. I have 3 large holes that are equal, and I have 2 hands. 5 Guys. There you go.
Okay. So 5 Guys, fucking 5 Guys, kill Whataburger. Kill Whataburger. What if you were to replace Whataburger with Sonic's?
With McDonald's? Oh, I hate Sonic.
I feel like Sonic has so many options.
Gross. That's why I don't like it. You're not an expert if you have everything. You're like, oh, I serve tacos and salmon. You fucking gross.
That's how I feel about Del Taco.
You're like a gas station.
Is that like, okay, well, I will never eat a Del Taco burger because it doesn't make sense. You're a taco place. Get your tacos out of here.
do you one better. I live next to a Del
See,
Taco in Vegas,
taco,
and I never went because I knew my worth. I may not know my worth sexually or
and you're
socially, but I
out
know it as far as cuisine.
immediately.
And
I think you're right though about Sonic. Though
I'm not
Sonic
doing
has so
it.
many things, but I
Sorry.
mean, they're all okay, but none of them are like stellar.
So there's certain foods that market to people who like to smoke weed. So I get it. If I had lived near one when I was in college, I probably would eat it all the time. Because they're like, oh, imagine nachos, but instead of nachos, it's hamburger meat with pizza on top, and there's like free cheese all over it, and it's 99 cents, and it's blue, and you're like, holy fuck, that's so great. That no one who has ever had diarrhea is gonna look at that and say, true. I'm gonna be fine after eating that. Oh, you know what I was talking? I was talking to my friend the other day about how my dog constantly eats like worms and shit off the ground, and how it gives her diarrhea. And I said, oh my God, imagine just constantly eating stuff and not realizing this stuff I eat gives me diarrhea. And then I realized I do that every day. I'm a lactose intolerant person who eats cheese all the time, and it hurts every day. And so I am like a dog who never.
So you look at June and you're like, after she eats a worm and then has to poop, you're like, am I right, girl, or am I right? This is.
I'm like, what an idiot. Yeah, poop queen. We poop sisters. It's so stupid. I'm like, what a dumbass dog. And they're like, wait, I'm the dumbass dog. Oh
no. It's tough because cheese is good, ice cream's good.
Yeah. Yeah, it really is. I mean, all dairy is good. All the things that are bad for us are really good.
I don't know about meth. I don't know about
meth. You said yes. You said yes. You heard it first.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that.
No, I've never done meth, but I don't think I ever will either. But I put a question mark after that because you never know. Where I might hit a way more rock bottom than I've ever experienced.
That's when you gotta try that crystal.
Never know. Okay, so I'm going to talk about something that's not related to anything we've talked about so far. So scrolling through my Instagram this week, and this comes with an admission that I do follow some hashtags
like what?
Maybe I'm not proud of. I follow like cat videos and stuff. I have all the makings of a lonely virginal 30-year-old, but I'm married and not a virgin. But I have the sweaters, I have the glasses, I have.
So you have all the accoutrement.
Demeanor of someone who's never touched. Yeah, I have a charcuterie board of
so you have the
lonely girl problems.
the 30-year-old cat lady starter pack, but you're
100%. But I'm married. If you had asked me 15 years ago, like, what your life looked like, I would have said single, accidentally had a kid with someone I never saw again, had 4 or 5 pets that were ruining my life and running my life, and always had animal hair stuck to my clothes, and that I was struggling financially. So I'm like, I don't have those problems, really, weirdly enough. But I follow, cat things on Instagram. I'm very big in the cat community on Reddit, which is a phrase I wish I never uttered. And so I was looking through my Instagram the other day, and through my cat hashtag that I follow, I saw a picture of a boy snuggling, like an adult boy, I guess, so a man, if you will, snuggling a kitten. And the caption said something like, oh, I got this new cat, but my boyfriend's allergic. Need to rehome. His name's Tom. He's a ginger and comes when calls, which has a really gross meaning later. And he's 28, works in IT.
The boyfriend,
Get it because they're rehoming the boyfriend, not the cat. And and I saw the picture, and I was like, that is my older brother named Steven, who's this is a popular cat meme Instagram page with thousands and thousands of views and likes and hundreds of comments, and that's my brother's picture. I was like, what the fuck? Okay, so I had so many reactions. One was, that's my brother. And the next was, oh my God, everything on the internet is a fucking lie. His name's not Tom. He's not 28. And the fact that they said he comes from this call is very icky to me now. Like,
What was
ickier
the
than
cat
anything
hashtag that you
ever
were
in the
following?
world.
Really? That's it?
Just cats of Instagram. I just like to know what the haps on cats are. I just like cats. They're fucking cute. What do you want from me? I'm sorry that I can't be like you. It's like, I'm too cool. I have too much of a social life to rely on animals for affection.
So you're so they were trying to, so the meme that was being shared was your brother.
Yep. And I tagged my brother and said, this is you. And the meme account messaged me and was like, is that really who you tagged? I'm like, I'm not you, you fucking fraud. And my brother messaged me back and said, yeah, that's my picture was used as a catfish account on Tumblr.
Wow, there's a whole story.
And yeah. So someone, I don't know who, just took his picture randomly and used it on their Tumblr page, and I guess it became really popular. And the best part about it is that this cat in the picture, it's a little kitty, right? So it's like probably 5-pound cat when they got it. With his ex-girlfriend, they got that cat, and then they broke up. The girlfriend took the cat. The cat got super fucking fat, like 30 pounds. I mean, I'm exaggerating. I don't really know, but maybe like 20 pounds for a cat that's maybe 600-pound life type of like body, and it died of diabetes. So I commented on it just to let everyone know, like, hey, listen, this cat's dead. Diabetes, it's gone. I don't want you guys to get kicked by this meme. This cat's hella dead.
One time. So
I learned something.
This is a story that actually happens. Oddly, there was someone that came to my job, and he was talking about how his ex took his dog, and they broke up, and she took the dog, and he said that she was trying to sell the dog on the internet. Yeah.
Sell the dog?
So I told him what he should do is just buy the fucking dog.
That's
back.
so mean. Yo, that's no. Fuck. He should start an internet petition.
Well, he was upset.
Back. What a bitch. Why does it have to be the girl?
Well, she had the dog in the breakup, I guess. I don't know. But I just thought it was funny because I was like, just buy the damn dog back, bro. Like, just. Like.
That's terrible.
She's trying to rehome the dog for some money.
Ugh. People who love animals will be outraged. People like you with no soul think.
I mean, that's what it was. That's what, she didn't want the dog. She doesn't want the dog, and you want the dog, and she didn't give it to you because she claimed it was hers. Just buy the damn thing back. Just buy it.
Terrible move. I hate when women do things like that like reinforce that stereotype that women be crazy. It's like, my ex is so crazy. She stole my dog, then sold it on the black market for all of its limbs. And you're like, damn it, you're representing women in a bad way, because unfortunately one thing a woman does represents all of us, apparently. It's
unfortunate. It was really unfortunate, but it's like how it was. I just didn't understand why he didn't just buy the damn dog back. I mean, if
I mean, you would, but I would be pissed if I had to pay for my own.
Well, he said he was going to like report her. I said the worst thing is that someone else buys your damn dog. What happens then?
Then you got to do a whole operation where you sneak in the middle of the night wearing all black, and they're out to dinner, but then they come back and you see the flashlights of the headlights in the window, and you gotta hide under a couch for 3-4 days, and then the dog sneaks
We've all
out.
been there.
We've all been there. We've all been
hiding and waiting
for a few days, waiting for the right opportunity to strike.
Speaking of dogs,
yeah. Well,
I was going to ask you about the dog park, but before we get into the dog park, we got some positive feedback from the last time we were talking about Scooby-Doo.
We do.
And someone asked me, is there other movies that have terrible plots that make no sense that we could talk about?
Oh, almost all movies.
Well, I was thinking
almost
about
all movies.
recently the Flintstones as a concept. Makes no sense. A concept.
As what?
The Flintstones.
What movie? Oh, I don't know enough about it. Why do they fake have a car?
Exactly.
It's the same as walking.
They have a bunch of dinosaurs that do like
Who are you fooling?
regular things. Like they had like a beaked pterodactyl, small pterodactyl that they use to like open cans. It's like a can opener.
As a pet?
It makes no sense.
Oh. So they're basically using animals as
slaves. Yeah. It's true.
For their own benefit. Showcasing that humans have been
It's a dawn of time. It's true. I have some more other hot takes about the Jetsons and Flintstones. We can talk about them later. But I do want to talk about...
I don't really know
You ever seen the
about
Jetsons
them.
and Flintstones?
I don't remember. I took their gummies as a child. Instead of eating dinner, my mom just threw the gummies at me and said, eat these.
It'll give you all your vitamin A and B
fork
that you
and a
need.
knife. Yeah. I gotta go to the liquor store for... I'm making my mom sound horrible. She worked at a liquor store. Actually, my mom's not so bad, although she is really... I don't want to say dumb because that's really mean. She's not the most perceptive lady in the world. As I said, she thought quarantine was a real person. She also... One time, my younger brother, because I have two, he was camping with her and her boyfriend who has a camper, so she's like fucking stepping it up in the world because she's dating someone with a job and has a camper. And there is across the way, people are smoking weed, and my mom goes, "Oh my god, are they doing weed? They're such weed heads." And everyone had to stop for a long time and digest what she said because we couldn't believe she actually called someone a weed head.
Your mom.
Yeah.
So that's good.
She did feed me dinner.
We're neglected.
So I can't claim that I... Yeah. Bare minimum parenting. That's what I got by her.
Shauna, it's almost time to get up out of here. It's almost time to get out of here. Before we do, though, how was the dog park this week?
Oh, boy. Okay, so I've gone
You go 3 times this week?
Which is more than usual. I did. It's been a slow week. And the Biloxi is like totally fucking basically open. I saw dine-in restaurant service, and I was like, "What the fuck's happening?" That's so weird to me. I know it's only been 2 months, but that seems like essentially like a 90s thing.
Right.
You know how smoking inside's not allowed anymore? That's how it
What
feels.
are they doing in
you see
there?
someone dining inside, you're like, you're not allowed to do that, sirs and madams. But yeah, so the dog parks are all open again. I went the first time last Saturday at 10 a.m. Got a real jump on the day, and it was just us. And so it's divided by large dog, small dog, and my dog's a giant ass Muppet person. So we're in the giant dog side, and on the small side, we're like 2 teeny tiny dogs, whatever. But between the fences, June is trying to play with the small dogs, and they're all cute, whatever. So I go over because I like dogs, and I want to say hi. And creepy old men know that you like their dogs, and they know that you're going to go say hi to them. So this old guy came over to me, and he said something, and I just smiled because I don't know what he said, and I don't really want to talk to him. And he did not take that hint and came over even closer. And said something like he was drinking.
But what's a Bud Latte?
10 a.m.
Just a Bud Light?
Saturday morning. Just
CL smoothie. Okay, cool.
Bud Light. Yeah, bro. Yeah, it's super cool to say Bud Latte.
He was drinking a Bud Latte.
So he's drinking. Yeah. So he's drinking those. Well, he's drinking multiple because there was a backpack full of cans with him as well. And he has an American flag shirt on. So that's 2 strikes right away for those of you counting. And I don't know what he started to say. I mean, it started off kind of normal, talking about dog shit as it usually does. And then it slowly faded into him just being like, my life is miserable and I'm really sad. And I was like, oh boy, I emotionally feel really bad for you. But also, I don't want to talk about it or talk to you. And he just kept drinking. And then at one point he said, this virus, huh? I don't really believe it's a thing. And I was like, I can't believe I hear that so often. And he's like, I've never seen it or heard of anyone with it. I'm like, well, I don't know how to tell you, but like, have you ever seen a yacht? You don't look like a person who's seen one, but you know they're real. Have you ever seen a paycheck? Probably not, but you know they exist. So why are you using that as a way to say that the fucking virus isn't real? It's super weird. And also, you're drinking at 10 a.m., so I'm not going to say that you seem very in the know of things. It was just, and so as soon as he said that, I was like, well, I'm going to have to turn around and go now. And I'm going to walk no, I can't really leave because we're in the same park, but that is my cue to pretend that I heard my name way over there.
Classic Biloxi experience at the dog park. You keep meeting these weirdos.
Southern dog park experience. I hate this. I hate this state. And I know that I don't think anyone who's listening is from Mississippi. But if you are, I just don't get it. And just why? You can't wait to move. I mean, it's super weird. And that's not even like, okay, so the second time I went to the dog park, I was talking to this lady who seemed normal. And she said, she was pointing at her dog. Said, this is my second dog. The first dog got really annoying, so I put it down. I was like, oh. Okay. I mean, it's people like sneak up on you with their weird shit. They sound super normal, and then all of a sudden they drop something like, my dog wouldn't shut the fuck up, so I put it down. Like, the fuck? Just maybe adopt it out to someone else then. What?
These people are the most interesting people I could have even imagined.
It's so
They're better than Walmart people.
They're Walmart people as a whole state. And Walmart's the biggest employer of Mississippi State. Fun fact. But you know what? So when I moved to the South, I thought it'd be like really fun stuff that would be funny. And sometimes it is. So the very last day I was at work, actually, before all this shit happened, I was working with one other person. And no one else was in the office because it was like after hours and we were doing some stupid project. And she's like, I have to show you something, but you can't tell anybody else that I have it in here. And I was like, oh God, this is the Southern shit I wanted. It's going to be like a raccoon. And she pulls out of her purse live mice. I'm not joking at all. They're teeny tiny. One was like in a state of paralysis. And it was so scary. I was like, what's happening to that one? And she's like, well, I'm pretty sure he knows he's about to be fed to my snake. Jesus Christ. So that was, yeah. That's the kind of Southern shit I wanted to see more. People who are like, oh, don't get rid of that possum. It's totally good meat in there. We can make a stew. Like something like that. But instead they're like, hey, have you ever heard of Obama? I fucking hate him. And I hate anybody who believes in the
These
virus.
are the people of the South.
Science is These for liberals. It's not great. Yeah. I think that everyone thinks it's all like,
real.
Unless you've lived here or been here, people think it's all like fake. But no, the stereotypes exist for a reason.
They leave.
I mean, of course, there are people who are normal, but those people usually move to the East Coast or the West Coast. Yeah, they're gone. They're in places like they're in like the southern retreats, which are like Dallas and Houston and San Antonio and Austin and New Orleans, like places that foster normal people. You know, big cities with real schools.
You'll be out of there. On that note, next week is your wedding anniversary, yeah?
Only a few more months, and then I'll be out.
So we're going to have a whole Shauna and Jameson themed episode. We're going to talk all Shauna, all Jameson. So we're going to have a regular episode next week.
We're going to talk about it. We usually do anyway. Kevin, you're not very interesting. Sorry. This is the talent speaking. Where's my fucking
She
alcohol
must
that
have
I
gone her way.
demand for my
This has
dressing
been fun. Do you have
room?
anything
And
to?
also
Do you have any?
my wax lady's
You
not
have
here yet.
any? You want to plug your website?
My Brazilian's late. If you want to see
ShaunaCook.com.
a side of me that is not all dick
Head to that
jokes,
website.
sometimes I write about that on my website, but also I don't really care if you go there.
You can follow her at Shauna
Shan
underscore yuck.
But if you do, that's cool.
That's probably somebody else.
It validates me. Nope.
I couldn't remember off the top of my head.
Wrong. Yeah, it's not. You've said it correctly for 4 weeks, and today.
And then you can follow me at KG Fury. Trash follow. Don't even do it though. It's not worth your time.
But like now, I'm a cook.
Never. Next week I am going to tell you about my TikTok star friends.
He doesn't post anything.
My TikTok star friends. I forgot about that. I'll talk to you. Yeah, I do. I'll tell you about it next week. I'll tell you about it next week, and we'll talk about other shit. Shauna, this has been fun. I will talk to you later.
No, you don't.
Just once a week. It's a blast.
Okay, I'll talk to you never after this because I only get to talk to you. That's my future. Never talk to you outside of this. I actually live in his basement. This is the only time I get to talk to the outside world. Please send him.
Bye, guys.
Bye.